Welcome to the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show. I know I'm a few minutes late. That's because I had a little technical difficulty. So just bear with me. I thank you so much for stopping by to view this outstanding show that I have planned for you. It is such a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak with you about the many topics that we have on the show. So for those of you that are out there watching now and haven't had a chance to see the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show, we had some phenomenal topics throughout the month of July, now August, and of course, when September comes, I'm going to bring you even more interesting topics. So if you want to go back and look at some of the shows, you can just check it out on Facebook, Lunch and Chat with Leslie, and that will show you everything you need to show to catch up with the broadcast. Well, today's broadcast, we're going to have two phenomenal women, two phenomenal entrepreneurs to talk to you about skincare and hair care. And I believe those two intertwine, if you know what I mean. Because to me, if your skin is beautiful and your hair is not together, how can you give a beautiful masterpiece? The same way, if your hair is beautiful and your skin is not the way you want it to be, it is important to at least try to have that balance. So I hope the two ladies that I have on the broadcast will give you as much information as possible that you need. Please feel free to ask some questions, and I will forward the questions to both the ladies. So the first person that I'm going to bring on, her name is Nicole Bronson. And I met Nicole about a couple weeks ago. A good friend of mine introduced me to her. And once I heard her story, her personal story, I just had to have her on the show. I felt like it would be a good fit. You know, you just can't have anybody on your show. But you guys know who I am. I'm a woman that cares about you and care about the community in general. So without further ado, before I introduce her to you, I got to show you her beautiful, beautiful picture. She's a very beautiful lady. But here's some of the videos that I want to show you first. All right. And here she is. Didn't I tell you she was beautiful? Very beautiful woman. So I'm going to have her come on now. Nicole, are you ready to come on?
Yeah.
There
Hey,
you go.
Leslie. Hey.
Hi. Yeah, I tell you, my system was having a little technical difficulty. Sorry for bringing you on late. I know we said we was going to bring you on a little bit earlier, but I do thank you for stopping by and sharing your information about skincare with my viewers.
You are welcome. You're
Yeah.
so welcome.
So how was your day? Before I even get into really introducing you,
Interesting. My day was pretty chill.
it
Yep.
was chill. That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like
chill.
you, you know.
You
Like
know it.
yeah, I see why your skin glows because it just shows in your spirit who you are. You're very you come off as being a very warm person. You know how some people say you wear, just like you can wear your skin, how sometimes you just carry
Yeah.
yourself looking all mad and angry, but I've never seen you look that way. But I do thank you for joining us. I do want to just tell our viewers, if you don't mind, about your story, just who you are and how you got into skincare. So go right
Okay.
ahead.
Well, my name is Nicole Bronson. I do a little bit of everything. I'm an esthetician, a skin therapist is what I like to call it because I treat the skin and the mind, body, and the spirit. Um, I am a energy worker. I'm an image consultant, and what's that? There's a lot more. There's
That's
there,
okay.
there's so much more. I'm an entrepreneur. How about that?
There you
We're just
go.
gonna leave it
Okay.
at that. I
Yes.
started out in skincare because growing up, my mom was a stylist, and I would read her textbooks. And while I liked the hair, my hair was super long, so she wasn't cutting it till I like got in eighth grade. But it was something about those big hunks of skin. I just loved studying the skin.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so that
And the
that
skin is
was
the
really good
largest
experience.
organ, right, in the
Yeah,
body. Is
the
that correct?
skin is not only is it the largest organ, it is a living organ and it is
Okay.
reactive. Yeah. And so it reacts to whatever's going on. It takes in, it's the first thing to take in all the elements and all the gunk, but it's the last thing to receive the nutrients and anything healthy. So that's why it's
Wow.
really important to take care of your skin.
That is great because sometimes even myself, I take it for granted. I don't drink enough water, but I know you mentioned some of the factors. Can I talk about those three
Certainly.
factors that can affect your skin? You said it was hereditary. You said there were
Mhm.
intrinsic factors and extrinsic factors. So, do
Yes.
you mind sharing that information with our viewers?
I would love to, because most people get this confused. They confuse um, skin condition and skin type, with each other. They're not certain of which is which. Your skin type is mostly genetically determined. So your skin type goes from dry, oily, normal combination, and sensitive skin. And then you have your skin condition, which is internal and external factors. So that's like dehydration, premature aging, hormonal breakouts, sensitized skin, which
Mm,
the internal factors are things such as your diet, what
okay.
what you're drinking, what you're smoking, medication, ex, diseases, illnesses, things like that. The external factors are the environment, the sun, the pollutants. Sometimes it's the products that you're wearing. I find a lot of young ladies that would come in and worried about breakouts on their forehead or whatever, and oftentimes that's not anything related to nothing major. A lot of times it's just the chemicals that they're using in your hair, the products that's being used, or sometimes it can be the dye in your hair. So there are so many different factors that determine what goes on with your skin.
And I noticed that my skin, I've been very blessed and fortunate to have decent skin, but I noticed that my skin went through changes. Maybe not. I never had a problem with like teenage acne or anything like that. But after I started having kids, having children. So when you mentioned like hormonal factor, I guess that would be part of that. Like when your
Yes,
hormones changes and stress, right? Yeah. I
baby,
one time
yes.
I got one right there. You know what I mean? I don't
Stress
know
will
what that
mess
is.
up everybody's everything. Stress is the number one factor, I do believe, outside of sun in some instances, but stress is the number one factor for a whole lot of mess that's going on in people's lives. Yep. Bump
Okay.
it up to stress. Yep.
Okay, with stress. Okay, so when you mentioned that, okay, let's say the environment. I guess, well, what could you do about like, especially if the environment, you know, has affected your skin, like the sun? I guess would you put protection or something on it?
Sunscreen.
Okay.
Sunscreen. And if I got sisters out there listening, we need sunscreen now, okay?
Okay.
Again,
Yeah,
we
you know what? And
skin
that's
cancer
funny
for
because
us
I
is
never,
is
wow, I
rising.
never thought about it.
Yep, an SPF of 30 or above to protect you from the UVA and the UVB rays, the ultraviolet violet rays. The
Okay.
UVA rays are the ones that go down into your skin and they create the little age spots and things and the
Yeah.
dryness. The UVB, those are the ones that they both can create cancer, but the UVB do more damage. And
I'm glad you mentioned that. I never knew. So you mean like when you have spots on your skin, that comes from the
sometimes,
okay.
mhm,
I got you.
sometimes age
Unless
spots,
I'm changing, unless
sun
I'm
damage.
changing into a leopard or something.
No, sun damage. And sometimes it's just age spots. Sometimes it's naturally
Okay.
age spots, but a lot of times that.
Okay.
And when you think UVB, think of that B as meaning burn. That's where
Burn.
those burns come
Oh, okay.
from. And a lot of
Great.
people don't realize it, but you need sunscreen even in the winter. I have a lot of people asking me, "Well, it's wintertime. I don't need no sunscreen. I'm not going to be out there." I said, "Do you know how strong the sun is in the winter? How often are you blinded by the sunlight while you're driving in the winter?"
That's
Because the
true.
UVA rays, they come straight through that glass. It comes straight through that screen,
Oh
and
my
it's getting you, and you're
gosh.
not thinking anything of it. But yeah, it's doing damage.
Okay. Man, that's so important. Thank you for sharing the information. I have a couple questions I just want to ask you just for our viewers. And can you tell me just the basic types of like skin? Like are there like you mentioned the dry skin, you oily skin, and what was the other one that you said?
Normal combination, which means you're
Normal.
kind of, normal combination. Sometimes you're like oily, you're normal hydrated, but you might be oily in the T-zone or dry or flaky around the cheeks.
Okay.
Sensitive skin. So yeah.
And I must say, your skin is very beautiful.
Thank
So,
you, lady.
yes.
I've been
So I don't
taking
know
care
how
of it
long.
for a long time.
I can tell you take very good care of your skin, and
Hmm.
I'm sure the viewers, if there are any viewers out there would like to use your services, they definitely can get in contact with you. I have information
Yes, they
down the
can.
bottom here, and if they need to email you or reach out to you, they'll be able to get some information. But
Feel
your skin,
free.
I can't help but look at you, or your skin is absolutely beautiful. Um, what about the assessments that you do? How do you determine what client needs what? I mean, what kind of assessment do you use when you're
Well,
determining?
there's different types. There are machines that you can actually use that, like a lamp, they can stick their head in, and it shows you the different um, settings on there. It shows you different colors for different things on their skin, whether it's dry, dehydrated, oily in some areas.
Okay.
And if you don't have that, what I do, depending on what situation or setting that I'm working in, I'm gonna always ask the client. I'm gonna build a rapport. I'm gonna make a connection. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask them about, what are their skincare concerns, what's going on with them, and what are their concerns. And then out of their concerns, I ask them, okay, well, if you could have one to two, depending on time, that I could work on a day, what would it be? And once they
Okay.
tell me that's what I work with, then I look at a magnifying lamp that's going to show me everything that's going on. I touch it, I feel it, I take the tone, the temperature, the texture, and then that helps me to understand what products that I'm going to use based on what they told me. And I ask them about their lifestyle too, so that I
Okay.
know what I'm doing. I've been doing this since 2008.
Okay.
So I'm pretty spot on when I see somebody scanning, and once they tell me what's going on
Uh,
with them, I can pretty much know what they need.
That's good. That's good. So you can just pretty much look at them, like you said,
Most
instead of
most of the time.
okay.
And once I touch
Okay.
it and get a feel, I got you.
All right. So what specific products do you recommend then for your clients to keep their skin glowing,
To
looking
keep this,
beautiful?
are you want products or regimen?
Right. Oh,
Because
regimen. Yeah. Okay. Tell
okay,
me about the regimen. That's probably more important, right?
yeah, you want to
Okay.
get on a regimen.
All right.
You definitely want a cleanser, okay?
Yes.
And you want to double cleanse. I tell people all the time, when you cleanse, especially ladies that wear makeup or work in factories or things, you want to cleanse at least twice, because the first cleanse doesn't get everything off. All right. If you cleanse your
Yes.
skin and you take a Q-tip and put something on there, a toner or witch hazel or something on there, okay, I'm not advocating for witch hazel, but I'm just saying
Okay.
you can
Okay.
still see a residue left on there. So you want to
Okay.
cleanse twice. The second
Okay.
thing you want to do, you want to exfoliate. Exfoliating is so, so, so important because it helps stimulate cellular renewal.
Mm,
It helps reduce the signs of premature aging. It helps improve your skin tone and texture. It removes the dead skin cells that are clogging your pores and dulling your skin. So when you
okay.
remove all of that, you have lighter, brighter skin.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, you're a
You want
skin
to
doctor then. You're technically like a skin
That's
doctor
why I call myself a skin therapist. This is like for
and
me, it's
therapist.
therapy.
Hey, I like that. That is
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
The next thing you want a toner or mist. So what that does is it lays the foundation for anything else. If there's going to be targeted treatments like serums and things, it lays the foundation for that. The toners and the mist soothe, they're
Okay.
smooth, it hydrates, and it softens the skin. It then also
Gotcha.
acts like a driving vehicle for anything else that's going to go into your skin. And then you want to moisturize, because what the moisturizer is going to do, it's going to help lock in the moisture into your skin. It's going to make it soft and supple, and it's going to help protect your skin, and help protect your skin's natural defense against the outside elements.
Okay. So that's why you mentioned regimen because it's not just
Yeah.
about applying makeup and that's it. It's a process, I take it, that you should do.
You want to get me started on applying makeup? I, okay, I have to
Okay.
tell women like this. When you think of makeup,
Okay.
all
All
right,
right.
makeup is all right. You want a regimen. The makeup
Yeah.
is like paint. I'm going to use an analogy like painting a house, okay? So you
Yes.
want to paint a house and you got old paint on the house, right? Now what's going
Hmm.
to happen if you paint that house and you got old peeling paint on the house? How's that house going to look?
It's gonna crack.
It's
It's gonna
it's
crack.
going to be looking jacked up. So when you think of
Yeah.
it this way, you think of it as your cleanser. It's like the power cleanse. It's washing all that, it's washing all the dirt and stuff off of the house,
Debris.
your face.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The exfoliant is scraping all the dead paint, all that peeling paint off so that everything can lay on smoother.
Mm.
All right. Your toner is like your primer. So it's prepping
Okay.
it's prepping your skin, it's prepping that house. It's like the primer. Okay. Your moisturizer is it's like a sealant. So that
Mm.
when you put the paint on, everything goes on smooth. And what women fail to realize is that, especially young girls, is that
Okay.
when you start a regimen and are dedicated and committed to using that, depending on what's going
Mm-hmm.
on with your skin, you don't need as much foundation. A lot of women use foundation to hide, and foundation and makeup is supposed to be an enhancement, not a cover
That
up.
is so true.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
that is so
that's what I
true.
feel about that.
Man,
Okay.
you know what? I really like that analogy that you use, as far as the house,
Hmm.
because you see so many people when they're putting on, that's the last thing. It seems like they don't take care for their whole body sometimes, but you know what I mean, for skin especially. We're so used to getting out of bed, we like, put water on our face real quick. And I'm guilty of that. I'll go ahead. I don't think about moisturizing my skin. I just get ready, take a shower, and like that water that's on your body, you get a little, maybe a little ash on your skin. You put moisturizer on there, but I don't think about my face
Yeah, we
as
don't. And
much.
I think, sisters, especially sisters, your hair be laid and slayed, you get your nails done, and you got a ton of makeup on, covering up all this, that you
Yeah,
don't think is beautiful. And it's simply that way. Sometimes whatever's going on is going on because you got the wrong makeup on. You got too much heavy makeup on.
I got you.
You need to let your skin
Okay.
breathe. But
Okay.
in order for it to do that, you need to have a regimen going. Have it all together, ladies. Don't just have your hair and your nails done. Be a total package. Be a
A
complete
total package. I like
a
that.
total package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to know, look, it would be nice if I could just have you as my personal esthetician. I would
You ain't
love to
you
have
ain't
you.
lying.
Yeah, I need a couple of people. Look, I can't wait to bring Gracie on because I know she does hair. She could slay some hair. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna have her you do my skincare, and I'll have Gracie do my hair. Oh my God, people are not gonna be able to recognize me the next time I come on.
Girl, we got you. I know I got you. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure Grace got you too.
That's good because that's the show. I'm gonna need some like wardrobe specialists and all that. So why not do it tonight?
Right.
So you sure? Now
Right.
I got you on air, so people are gonna hear that. That's what you're saying. You're gonna do it. Okay. So just I have a couple more questions for you. Um,
Hmm.
okay, is there an age limit for getting a facial? Like, should you, let's say somebody that's 17 and 18? I mean, at what age should you be when you start having facial stuff?
When puberty hits, or
Okay.
right before prepubescent, right about 13 or 14, and whenever you start noticing changes. But it's never too early to just start a child on, you wash your face, just wash your face, get a
Okay.
little lightweight moisturizer for them to put on. Nothing too grown up, but they have little lightweight things that you can put on to hydrate their skin, just to get them used to doing that, just used to washing and moisturizing your skin. And the rest can go on
Okay.
later on. You don't want them growing up too fast.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, um, before of course, I want you to stay on the broadcast. I'm going to bring our hairstylist on, but before I bring her on, I want to again thank you for sharing this valuable information. I've learned a lot tonight. I'm sure our viewers have as well. Any questions that I get, I am getting some comments here. I'll make sure I forward those comments to you, and
Okay.
you'll get back to some of the viewers. It is important, as you can tell, viewers, that skin does matter. Skin care to
Yes,
me is everything.
it
Take
is.
care of this covering. It's very
It's the
important.
first thing people see, you
That
know?
that's so true. And
Hmm.
I know that is probably going to be tons of questions that people have for you. And since we don't have that much time to go through all those questions, but I want to mention again that if anyone needs to would love for Nicole to reach out to you, you can just reach her at, I have this here. Is it Coco? Is it
Coco
Coco?
Cure everything.
Oh, Coco Cure everything. Okay.
Coco,
Coco
it's right at
Cure
the bottom.
at, at Yahoo, at Facebook, and at Instagram.
Yeah.
So they can reach you there.
Yep, it's
Great.
on there. Coco Cure underscore one.
Okay. So before I bring, you can stay right there. I'm gonna bring Miss Grace Gavin
Okay.
on, but I'm gonna remove you, but I'm gonna put just her picture up there because we gotta show her beautiful picture too.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh, she's beautiful and she's
Inside
stunning.
and out.
I know. All right, so I'll be right with you, okay? So hold
Okay.
that, hold tight. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna bring, like I said, my other guest. Her name is Gracie Garvin, and she is a beautiful woman that specializes in hair care. So I'm going to put her information for you to let you know that this woman is amazing. I met her as well around the same time I met Nicole, and I tell you, you would have thought that we were sisters when all three of us met one another. So I want to just tell you a little bit about Gracie. She is a hairstylist, she's an entrepreneur, and she's a fashion stylist and educator. She not only tells you it's not about, I mean, you go to the hairstylist and you get your hair done, wash and all that. She really talks about the care of your hair. Like she said, hair is body care. And she's going to talk to you about that. So I'm going to show you her beautiful picture. Give me 1 second. Didn't I tell you she was stunning? Very beautiful. So I'm going to introduce you to Miss Gracie Garvin. Hi,
Hi,
Gracie.
how are you?
Fine. How are you doing? I hope I didn't keep you
Good.
waiting too long.
No,
I started the broadcast a few minutes late because I was having technical difficulty. I started getting angry, and God told me just relax. This is a part
exactly.
of life. Nothing's perfect, but
That's
I do want to thank you for coming on the broadcast. I'm going to bring Nicole Bronson back on after we get a chance to talk. Is that
okay.
okay with you?
Oh, that's
Nicole
that's
talked about
perfectly fine for me.
okay, and she talked about skincare,
Hmm.
and I know that you're going to talk about hair care.
Yes.
So tell a little, if you don't mind, tell the viewers about yourself and how you got into hairstyling and I guess the other entrepreneur things that you do.
Well, I've been doing hair for a long time. Even when I was in the corporate world, it was side, my little side hustle, if you want to say it like that. I used to love going to the salon with my aunt when I was a little girl. I used to get up early in the morning and just go hang out all day long. So it was bound to fall upon me, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy making women feel better about themselves. So, like I said, even when I was in the corporate world, it was my weekend job, and I would go to people's homes and do it. But God was calling me to do this like a full time thing. It was my time to, because not only the hair is ministry. The hair is the crown. And women are when they have their hair done, they feel amazing afterwards. And
I do.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Woo!
it just gives you a whole different attitude. On my card it says a new you, new look, or new look, a new you. And it's just a beautiful thing, to help women feel better about themselves. And I have this thing that in my salon that when my clients come in, they're not allowed to talk bad about their hair or say that their hair is this or their hair is that because I'm not sure people have heard this many times before, but good hair is healthy hair. Whatever hair God has given you, that's good hair. It was
Absolutely.
handed to you. So, and there's so many different things that you can do out here to enhance it. And there's so many options for people that may go through some things that they can still look beautiful and have a beautiful crown. So I just enjoy it. I really get a lot of joy when a client leaves my business and they walk out that door and they're feeling really good about themselves. I can even see them have a whole new attitude. That's why I call them lovely ladies. That's my business name.
And you know what? You said it about your hair being your crown
Mhm.
and it makes you feel good. When I go outside, the first thing if my hair isn't done, I'm like, I'm gonna put a hat on my head because I don't like the way my hair looks. But it's like you know,
Mhm.
I need to make sure that my hair is intact. And And if someone takes a picture of me, I'm like, no, don't take a picture because my hair's not
The
right.
hair's not done. Right.
It's
Right.
not done.
Mhm.
But what I'm learning with this broadcast, after talking to Nicole and now I'm talking to you,
Mhm.
is that I need to take the time
Mhm.
for me. A lot of women don't take the time for themselves,
Mhm.
and men too, because
Mhm.
men, the same way they should be, groomed, they should try to keep themselves groomed a certain way, and
Right.
for to protect their skin and everything. When you feel good, I mean, obviously, you got to feel good on the inside first. I
Mhm.
believe that you feel good about yourself, but when you really don't feel good on the outside, it
Mhm.
shows.
It
You
does.
get,
It,
and people can tell. It's like holding your head down,
mhm.
looking the other way, not wanting to be ashamed. So
Mhm.
just putting things in place
Yeah.
ahead
Yeah.
of time,
Yeah.
taking the time.
Yeah.
So after let's say for example, Gracie, when your clients come to see you,
Mhm.
so you sit them down and educate them first? What is the
Yeah. I
process?
especially if they're my first time client, but you know, I may have been doing clients for at least 20 years, and I never take them for granted. I don't want to. I always want to find out what their concerns are. I always want them to give me feedback when they come back, like, how did that work out for you? You still having an issue. But if I even
Right.
have a first time client, I always do a consultation. First of all, I want to make sure that we're a good fit. It's kind of like being a hair doctor too. Want to make sure we're a good fit, that I'm what they're looking for. And I always look at the integrity of their hair. I look at their hair and their scalp. Just like Nicole, she takes care of the skin. I'm actually a cosmetologist, so I know a little bit about the skin. I
Yes.
just, in the cosmetology field, there's so many different things that you can do. So I chose to do the hair.
I
I,
got
I
you.
can do some of the other things, but when you want, what's a jack of all trades? I wanted to
Yes.
focus
I think
more.
we all are jack of all trades. Yeah.
Yeah. So I always check to see, the integrity of their hair, the integrity of their scalp, what they're actually looking for. And I'll be very honest with them. I'll be candid with them, but in a gentle way, because sometimes they want to come
Yes.
right in and get, I want, like blonde highlights and I want this and I want that.
Yeah.
But the integrity of the hair is not intact. Then, I may tell them, this may be something we can do down the line, but right now, these are the things we're going to need to take care of. So
Okay.
I like to, a lot of people have been kind of scared, to get their hair cut and things like that. So I believe that's probably where the ministry comes in. I try to be very gentle with them and explain to them, like, that's where the education piece comes in. Explain
Okay.
to them what a trim is, explain to them what the conditioner does, explain to them what this product is going to do to their hair.
So when you mentioned about getting a haircut, I used to be scared to
Mhm.
get my hair cut when I was younger, not realizing that it actually promotes, I guess, healthier hair. It helps when you get those split ends
But
cut off.
this is what it actually promotes, because a lot of
Okay.
people say that, oh, my hair grow if I get my ends trimmed. But what it actually does is that your hair grows from your root. So it's going to grow
Oh,
from your scalp. Your hair is going to grow. The purpose of getting your ends trimmed is to cut that split off, before it splits all the way up the shaft. Because what you don't want to happen
oh,
is, if you look at a hair very closely and it splits, it'll split all the way up the shaft, and then your hair will feel mushy. So I always hold my client's hair against something white, and they can see the dark hair versus the very fragile and frigid hair at the
yes.
end. And I'll show them that those are the dead ends and split ends, and that's where I would cut it. But I think a lot of people too get very scared to get their hair cut because they feel like they're going to cut it all off. And
Gotcha.
there are different techniques that you can use now. It actually brings your hair into like a nice style, like layers and something soft, so people won't be so scared to get their hair cut. And a lot of people say, I just want to trim, but news flash, a trim is a haircut. You still got to pick
I
the
got you.
you still have to pick this, scissors up and cut the hair. So it's still a
Okay.
haircut, whether it's a half an inch or 4 inches.
And talk about haircuts. So when people get their hair like layered, you see it. I've
Hmm.
seen people cut their hair like, and the way it's cut, I'm like, is that the way you're supposed to cut it? Like, it doesn't look like it's. I guess it's even.
Hmm.
I guess it's not because it's layered, but you know how they cut on the side. So what is the purpose of that? Is that just I guess the process of
The
that cut?
Yeah, the purpose of layering is to give hair movement, especially when you
Oh,
go to curl it, you see the girls with the layered curls kind of going back, a lot of young ladies, or even when you have that wavy, textury style, it's because they have
Okay.
layers, is why it all falls really nice because one layer falls into the next layer, into the next one. And that's what makes it look really nice and flowy like that.
I got you. And it makes it, I guess, give it a full effect too, right? Sometimes.
It gives your hair volume.
Okay.
Sometimes people hair, they say, oh, it looks flat, it looks boring. So if you
Yeah.
do layers, and sometimes they like their length. So if you do layers, it gives them a little bit of movement, doesn't take their length away. They can still pull it up and do those different things with it.
Now, I have a question to ask you. I don't know if this is a question for hair or for skin,
Okay.
but when some women have is it alopecia?
Mm-hmm.
So what is that? Can someone's hair grow back after experiencing alopecia? And what would you
Um,
could you do anything about it?
Sometimes it's hereditary.
Okay.
It can be an autoimmune thing
Oh,
where the hair comes out.
okay.
Sometimes it could be a shock to the body, like for instance, if you're on some
Wow.
type of medication, because
Mm-hmm.
like with skin, your hair is an extension. Your hair is your body.
Right.
Everything that goes in your body comes out through the strands of your hair. So anything that
Wow.
kind of goes in, even if you're stressed, if you're like not breathing and you like your blood flow is not doing too well, so you find your hair shedding more.
Oh, okay.
So so alopecia, sometimes you see some come back, sometimes people use Rogaine, but some of those things you have to kind of continuously, use it and you can't
Because if you stop it,
stop.
okay, I've
But,
heard that
but
before.
but then I have some things where I tell people I always massage my clients' hair. I always massage.
Okay.
Massaging is very important because it gets the blood circulating. Drinking a lot of water, making
Oh,
sure you're eating the right things. If you're not consuming enough like vitamins, like maybe like vitamin B or vitamin D, then you can take a supplement, that will help you. So there's some things that
okay.
will help you along, but there are some situations where it's just a hereditary thing, and unfortunately, sometimes the hair doesn't grow back. But the good news
Yeah.
is you have different things now for women,
Yeah.
which is a blessing that they can do and still feel beautiful.
Because you don't have to have long hair to feel beautiful.
No,
It's
you
like, I mean, you have people that have short hair, like, I feel like your hair is medium length, but Nicole's hair is short, but it's so healthy.
don't.
So
Hmm.
I guess healthy hair doesn't mean how long it is, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Because people
Healthy
just think
hair,
automatically,
healthy
oh, our hair
body.
is way down here, but
Even if I've seen beautiful women with hair all over their head, they're just beautiful, but their hair is so healthy. And that's the
gotcha.
key. That's the key. If you feel good in your skin and your hair is healthy and it's flowing, then I say go for it. I mean, if that's
That's
what makes you feel good. But the key is to
absolutely.
make sure your hair is healthy because my little saying is like your hair is not right if it's not tight.
Oh, I like that. I like that's so true. For women,
Hmm.
our hair has to be right. And look, I do have a question to ask you about hair.
Okay.
Now, I plan on, I've heard different stories about this, about braids. Every now and then, like during the summertime, because being an African American woman, our hair does perspire and it may draw up a little bit.
Hmm.
I like to wear braids every now and then, not too
Hmm.
long. So I wanted to ask you, what types of braids would you recommend? I guess if people are going to get braids, and how long should I keep it in my hair so it won't mess up my scalp or whatever?
Um, with braids, I don't think it really matters what kind you should get. The
Okay.
the the thing is that when you get them, your hair after you have them in for 'cause I guess it just really depends on how fast your hair grows. Because as your hair grows out longer, if it gets to maybe like a half an inch, that braid is hanging on your hair and it's
You
heavy.
know what? You're
So it's
right.
pulling on your hair and it's pulling on your hairline. So
Ah,
so you want to, when it starts to hang like that, it's that time to take it out. And then on top of that, you should give your hair rest. You should get your hair shampooed, conditioned,
okay.
stimulate your scalp. And then
Okay.
another thing is when you get braids, because I've had some clients, it's like, oh, Grace, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go get braids. That's fine.
Right.
I'll see you when you get back. But how can
That's right.
you take care of it? So what I do is I said, if you don't get a chance to shampoo it, sea breeze, put some on the cotton and clean your scalp because your scalp has to breathe.
Oh,
Because
okay.
still the environment and everything still gets into your hair. That's
That's
why you
true.
should get your hair, Some people weekly, some people are bi-weekly. I'm a weekly person because of my hair
Okay.
type. But there's some people that are bi-weekly because their hair is so coarse and super
Oh,
thick that the oils and things don't travel through their hair as quickly.
okay.
But it is important to, keep your hair is your body. So it is important to
Okay.
keep your hair clean, conditioned, and healthy.
Yeah, because I notice when sometimes, especially if I go the braids and my hair gets dry,
Hmm.
and I could tell the difference. Like, oh man, what's going on now? What I did was I was told that as soon as you take your hair out in braids, should I get it done? Well, my hair's natural, so I don't have a perm. But should I go to the styling right away to get it pressed, or should I wait and condition it?
Um,
Leave it.
but that's between you and your stylist. If you are going to take it out, one thing I don't suggest if you've gotten your hair relaxed is like don't take your braids out one night and then go get your hair relaxed the next day.
Okay,
That is
I've seen people do
that
that.
is a I have turned clients away for that. I'm like, no,
Okay,
because your hair needs to be, first of all, when you have braids in your hair, it collects the environment. So I don't know if you ever notice when you take a braid out, it's collecting all the shedding.
yes.
Everything that needs to come out is coming out. And so you need to
Oh,
kind of comb it all out. Even if you want to just shampoo your hair one time and you're going to
okay.
go to the hairdresser the next day, especially if you're not, you're natural and you want to just go
Yes.
for a night conditioning. That's a good thing to do. But
So it's not. It's normal for the hair to shed.
yeah,
Basic.
the hair should
Okay.
shed 50 to 100 strands a day. So
Really?
imagine if you don't get to comb your hair every day, we have braids in it. It's not abnormal for your hair to shed it that much.
So, because after I took my braids out, then I noticed all this shedding. I was like,
Mhm,
oh my God, what is going on?
mhm.
Am I losing my hair? But that's why.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So that's good. So again, then I tell you that you guys are educating me, both you and Nicole. I'm going to turn over a new leaf. So wait till I bring
Okay.
Nicole back. I'm telling you, I'm going to see Nicole. I'm going to come see you.
Okay.
And I just have just a few more questions I want to ask you though, because I think
Okay.
this is getting good, good and
Good,
juicy.
huh?
Yes. So look, it's so funny because the questions I was going to ask Nicole at first, I said, oh no, that's about the hair. Let me get back to make sure I have the right question. Gotta have a little humor. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That
Yes.
is good for you. Keeps you young.
Yes, it is. So how do you, I think you kind of explained that, how do you help your clients maintain their healthy hair? So what,
Well, that's where the education piece comes in.
okay,
Once we get it to a good place, and I'm kind of like a open door for them. So they text me. My clients, I like to spoil them. So they text me, email me, whatever they need to do, call me if they have
that's
it,
great.
especially during the pandemic.
Oh,
It's
I'm sure, I'm sure you
braids.
got a lot of calls.
Yeah.
They were panicking.
Yeah. So,
Man.
I recommend like products for them if they have any concerns or anything like that. Because sometimes, for instance, they think if they have, oh, I have dandruff, and sometimes it's not dandruff. It's like you didn't rinse your product out your hair well enough. It's just product buildup.
Okay, I
So,
got you.
so
Okay.
yeah. So, but I'll tell them, how to keep it. Even when I'm styling their hair, they're like, "How can I keep this look?" I'll tell them, what to get. Just today, my client was she
Yeah.
thought she had gotten the right thing for her hair, and I said, "That's not the right thing. You need satin. Satin
Ah.
repels water. Nylon repels water, so it keeps
Oh.
the moisture into your hair. If you tie your hair up with cotton or anything
Okay.
that absorbs moisture, it's going to take it away from your hair. So you want to put something on your head that's going to keep the moisture on your hair." So
Okay.
she ran right out and got whatever she needed.
Okay, that's good. Now, how did that work for you during the? I meant to ask, and when I bring Nicole on, I'll ask you too. So during the
Mhm.
pandemic, I guess now, so you're doing hair again, right? At
Yeah,
your salon.
yes,
And what is the? Okay, let me ask you this before I forget, so that the viewers, if they want to reach you,
hmm
they can reach you. This is your email address here. I have ggracie201 at
hmm
AOL.com. So is that where they would reach out to you to schedule an appointment
They
using
can
this email?
they can email me, but they can actually they can call or text me on my 301-675-1382 number.
Okay. So do you want me to add that on there for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll add that, of course. Okay. So let's see. Here, I'll add that on for you right now. And give me the number again. You
Three
said the
zero
number
three zero
301.
mhm,
Uh-huh. Oh,
675.
oh gosh, let me do it. Hold on. See what's going on here. Let's see. Okay. 301.
Mm-hmm. 675.
Okay. 675. Uh-huh.
Mhm, 1382.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I had this here. I think I got it right. 301s. All right. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, good. So hope you guys were able to get this information down. Our viewers, I want you to go to Gracie. You can reach her via email or you can reach her on her cell phone, which is 301-675-1382. So far, I mean, this broadcast has just been so informative. I've learned so much about hair care, skin care. So by the time this winter comes, I am going to be on point. Hopefully, anyway.
You're gonna
So
be lit. You're gonna be
I'm gonna do that.
lit.
So I'm gonna bring is there anything else that you wanna say before I bring Nicole on and we're all gonna just communicate before I, bring her back on the broadcast?
The only thing I wanted to say is that, I named my business Lovely Ladies because ladies need to adorn themselves.
I
They
like
need
that.
they need to take care of themselves and know that they're beautiful. For me personally, I try to keep myself together, not only to honor my father, you know, my savior, but to, for
Yeah,
myself. It's like, if he's given me this temple to live in, for my soul to dwell
yeah,
in, and my, spirit is living in, then I should take care of the temple. And that prayer everyone says, please bless them from the crown of their head to
head to
the
yes,
soles of their feet. And so
yeah,
that's important, to do that, to take care of every part of your body. And there are situations where ladies, they may have cancer and they lost their hair, but there's so many things out there for women to feel good about themselves and to adorn themselves. They don't have to stop and they don't have to be woe is me, because I always tell my clients, God does not make a mistake,
he sure
So,
doesn't. That's
so,
right.
yeah. And then another thing was with the whole popular thing about the 4C and the 4B. My clients and people ask me that all the time, and I'm just old school. I mean, there's different,
Yeah.
there's straight hair, there's wavy hair, there's curly hair, and there's kinky hair, which is super curly.
Yeah.
And I think people they get, fine and thin mixed up. Like fine hair is just fine pieces of hair that could be super thick all over your head. But thin hair is that you're kind of like losing your hair. So I think sometimes
Oh,
people get those things confused as far as like the medium to coarse hair.
okay.
Asian people can have fine coarse hair. That's why the hair stands up like that, because it's very
Oh,
straight fine hair, but it's very coarse, so it sticks up. So I think
okay.
sometimes people, when they come in and go, "Oh, my hair is so thin," I'm like, "No, it's not thin. It's fine."
It's fine.
So,
Okay.
so those are the things that
Man.
get questions about a lot.
Okay.
And
Well, so I have your number. I'm going to call you because
you
I'm
can call
coming
me.
next. So I'm going to call both of you young ladies. I'm going to bring Nicole in. So just stay right there. Okay.
Okay.
1 second. All right. Hi, Nicole.
Hey,
Hey,
Well,
ladies. Hey,
hey
Nicole.
there.
Gracie.
Well, welcome back.
Yes, I was listening
Welcome
to
back.
all that
Did
good
you get a
information.
chance? Did you get a
Yeah,
chance to
me too.
listen to Gracie?
Girl, where was I gonna go?
I know.
Yeah, listen. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
To you
both you ladies
too.
are on point. I'm
Yeah,
telling
we're
you.
Oh,
intertwined. We're
yes,
Yeah.
intertwined.
we are. Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
And I've never heard hair care and skin care explained so well like both of you ladies did. We just assume because sometimes I'll go into the store. I'm like, okay, I think I need that. I think I need that. Matter of fact, I got all these extra products that I don't even understand because
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that, unfortunately, they have some that's $50 products say, oh, this will make your skin beautiful or make it firm or whatever. But I think learning the basics, it sounds like with skin care and
Mm-hmm.
also with hair care, just
Mm-hmm.
taking care of your hair,
Mm-hmm.
not just every 2 weeks, but daily, I guess, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
like you take care of your skin, take
Mm-hmm.
care of your hair daily.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to what advice I guess I would start with you, Nicole. What is there any other advice that you would like to give the viewers about skincare?
There is something that I'd like to say.
Okay.
Stop buying into what everybody else is doing or using. Please. All right.
Okay.
Your mama's skin, auntie, cousin, sister, girlfriend skin is not your skin. And because something worked or didn't work for them does not mean it is going to or not going to work for you. You have to know and understand what your skin type is. And because it's all over Facebook, YouTube, and everything else, don't
Mhm.
mean that is good. It's just popular. That's all. So
Ah,
you really need to see a
okay.
professional. You know, you need a skin therapist. You really do if you're going to start using different products, because you'll be putting some stuff on there, and I can't tell you how many horror stories I've had or seen come in to me want me to correct some stuff because they didn't use somebody. I'm like, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not going to do
Man,
it. So yeah.
I
So
mean,
other than that,
that's
I would
definitely
just
good.
tell
That's
people,
good advice. Good
yeah.
advice. So are
Yeah.
you listening, viewers? Don't buy into the
I hope
hype,
y'all
right?
listening, please. All
Don't
right.
hello.
It's
Don't buy the
professional.
hype. Or what is it?
Yeah,
Don't
and,
just
and, and listen. I understand there's different skincares out there, and just like I
yeah.
said about that, we are not Korean. Okay,
Okay.
everything is not always made for our skin type. And yes, as far as skin goes, there are some things that we should and should not be using. Okay, and
Okay.
goes back to what I said. You
Mm-hmm.
need to have an assessment on your skin type before you start buying up stuff because you looked at her face over there and it looked good.
Okay.
What she uses may not work for you. It may jack you
True.
up, okay? And then
Yes.
you'll be coming to see somebody, and I will turn you away in a heartbeat if I know that it's without my, out of my scope. Mm-mm. Come back once it
So it's
gets
no one
together.
size fit all, right?
Beauty
That's right.
skincare is not one size fits all.
Okay. All right. So
That's right.
Grace,
Right.
what is there anything
Yeah,
else you'd like to add? I like yeah.
that same statement goes with hair as well, because as many times
Okay.
I've gone into a beauty place, and all the people in the beauty stores don't, they're not professionals. They'll sell you anything. And I
That's
think one of the things I run into a lot is like, oh, I got this, this product's supposed to be great for your hair, but too much protein is not good for your hair either. So your
mm,
hair has to have a balance of protein and moisture, so the
oh,
elasticity in your hair can stretch out but bounce back without breaking. So I
mm.
think a lot of times you pick up someone and say, oh, I did a protein treatment every time I shampoo my hair, and I said, then that's why your hair is really dry, and it's like breaking off because it's now like a stick, because protein makes your hair strong, but moisture give you the elasticity, gives you that bend and the shine. So you always need the
Ah,
good balance, because a lot of times it's like I'm conditioning it every week, but it's just so dull looking. It's because of the product. Sometimes your hair doesn't need protein if you're consuming so much of it inside your body. And
wow.
if you're taking certain types of supplements, that would strengthen your hair as well. And then you go and
Oh,
put more on top of it, then your hair is going to be dull. So there's a balance. So I
yeah.
always suggest that you get professional. One of the reasons why we sell products and things like that in the salon, or you can even ask your hairdresser, like, what type of product, can I use for this particular thing? um,
Okay.
Education, so that you'll know, and teaching them how much, showing them, techniques of what they can do, so that their hair can be better, versus, they thinking they're doing the right thing and they're not. And they're spending all that money.
And I told you, I've spent so much unnecessary money on different products because
Hmm.
no one was there to educate me.
Hmm.
As you mentioned, you can go in these stores, you don't know what to get.
Hmm.
And you just assume, just like going to department stores, Nicole, they have these skincare things, like you're like, okay, that must be it. It works wonder. I saw this commercial where they had I forgot the lady that's on the commercial, but she's real young. I mean, she's not real, she's an older lady. And she still looks like she's 25. Can't think
Hmm.
of her name. But
Oh,
now
Christy
that
Brinkley. Christy
Chrissy,
Brinkley.
yes, I think that's her.
Oh.
Yeah, but even though, I mean, she's beautiful and everything like that, but not a lot of us can afford that expensive skincare products. So
Hmm.
just knowing what the basics are, like with the hair, I'm telling you, I from just talking to both of you ladies, I know now that skincare and hair care is body care.
Hmm.
Bottom line,
Hmm.
that should be. You guys need to merge and get together because that's a great.
Do
That
that.
is a great
No
fit.
problem.
Yep.
I'm serious.
Love
That
Nicole.
should
I
that should
love
be your
Nicole.
logo right there
Yep.
together. So look, so Nicole, you're gonna have to meet up with Gracie
Hmm.
and
You know,
Gracie or
Grace
vice
don't live
versa.
too far.
I know. We're
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But don't worry, because I'm coming to see both of you ladies soon.
Okay. Okay.
So just probably after, because I gotta get ready. This broadcast, I feel like it is growing, and hopefully I can have my own personal stylist. I can make everybody jealous.
Mhm.
Oh, get my hair did.
Mhm.
Look, you do nails too?
No, but I could probably find somebody for you to do the
Yeah,
nails.
I'll do
Oh,
that.
oh, really? Okay. Oh, that'll be great. Wonderful. Well, that wraps it up, girl. I could talk to you guys forever and ever, but I will talk with you again. This is not our last time having you on the show.
Hmm.
I would like for you to come back because I think it would be good if we could. Maybe we should just try to do a makeover for somebody. Never know who that person is out there. You may be getting a
Mm.
makeover from us. That's with the
Yeah.
Yep.
skin, hair, hey,
That's
and the
right.
clothes. So
Hmm.
just keep watching. I will announce that, shortly, maybe in the next week or two. But I know that's something that will be lovely. Yes.
Leslie, can I add something? Can
Yeah,
I say something? Okay. So
sure.
I want everybody to know that since all this COVID and everything hit, I took like a break because I'm still technically on furlough, but I'm
Wow.
positioning myself so that if I go back, fine. If I don't, I'm going to be straight. So I'm revamping my sites. I'm revamping everything. Everything is open. So if y'all don't see much on there, understand that I'm getting ready to come out with newsletters, a whole
Okay.
format where I can do the virtual consultations, the counseling, and everything else because I'm like, I'm going to own my own.
There you go.
I do it
Awesome.
anyway. I
Yes.
don't want anything to be shut down. I don't want anything to have control over my funds anymore.
Hmm.
That's
So
right.
what
That's right.
and this also allows me to fully be able to minister like I want to.
Mm.
So it's not just, it's Gracie said it,
It's your
it's
ministry.
ministry for
It's
us.
Yeah, it's your
ministry.
ministry.
It's
It
That's
ministry
right.
for
Because
us.
what you're doing is you're ministering to give you opportunity to minister to women.
is.
The
Hmm.
same for Gracie and for myself. We know God put us here for a reason,
Hmm.
and that's to educate, but also to minister. I know there have so many times, like when you sit with people. I've had a facial done before, and then I start talking. This stuff start coming.
Yeah.
Same
Mhm.
way with getting my hair done. It's funny how when you're sitting in that chair or that space away from everybody else, you feel
Hmm.
comfortable enough. Depending on the person that's working
That's
with
right.
that you're working with, they can offer some other things besides just okay, I got your hair done, thank you, see you in 2 weeks. But
Yep.
Right.
I know you ladies, and I know how deep you can get with
Hmm.
making sure people are okay
Hmm.
after you leave the salon. I'm sure anyone that goes to see Gracie, when you leave the salon, you're going to be feeling inspired. You're going to be feeling not only just physically, but mentally and emotionally. The same way with Nicole.
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
can't tell my viewers enough that these are some phenomenal women, and you need to support them. We need to support each other.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's been an issue. I don't know why it's so hard for us to support each other.
Hmm.
We say matters, but
Hmm.
if we matter, we will support one another.
That's
Hmm.
right.
So I hope this is a message not to be, arrogant or be, um, blunt with things, but that's the truth. We need to support each other more
Hmm.
because I know that we had talked about this. We talked about that empire, right?
That's
Hmm.
right.
And it's going to happen.
Yes, it
It's going to
is.
happen soon.
You got
Well,
to
I
speak it
thank you,
into
ladies.
existence.
I thank you, ladies. So go ahead. What were you going to say, Gracie?
I say you have to speak it into existence.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
I
Hmm.
am. I say it every day.
Hmm.
I say it every day.
Hmm.
Thank this. You don't want to hear. I know you're going to get negative people that feel a certain way, but
Hmm.
you just keep going.
Right.
No matter what people say, just like what they talked about Jesus.
Hmm.
That's right.
Hmm.
So things like that don't get your feelings hurt, but we just keep going. And I'm so proud of everybody that's been on this broadcast because this has been a trying time. It's been very hard, but yet we keep pushing. And I believe God put me in this position to start this show to push people more
Hmm.
into their passion, their
Hmm.
purpose,
Hmm.
and the plan that He has for their life.
Right.
So I hope that that I have inspired you, ladies. I
Yes, you
feel
have.
inspired
Absolutely. Absolutely.
myself. I like to have you, like I said, we'll be on again because we're going to have that makeover giveaway.
Mhm.
So people got to stay on point with us. So without holding you ladies up any further, I thank you, and I will be in touch with you shortly. Okay?
All right, thank you so
All
much.
right. Yeah, this is the look. This is the time where you guys look. I'll drop you off one at a time.
Good night, ladies.
So I don't know who to let go first. Should I
It
let
doesn't matter.
Okay,
I
all
was
right.
here first. I can go first.
Okay, you go first. Oh,
Bye.
gotta
Bye.
have fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Love you. You're
Love
welcome.
you. Bye.
Bye bye. Well, folks, that wraps it up. Thank you again for tuning in to the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show. As I mentioned to you in the beginning of the broadcast, it's meant to inspire you, to educate you, and inform you. We're going to keep it going because next week is our makeup segment, and then we're going to have our fashion segment after that. So I hope you keep on coming in and supporting this show. I thank you so much. I'm very humble. You just don't know. I just thank God that He's put me in place to do this. This is, look, I have a full-time job, but right now, God has said, this is your job. On Tuesdays, this is where I want you to be. So thank you so much for just supporting me. I appreciate that. And you have a wonderful evening. God bless you.